Alright, hello and welcome again to another update. So to recap what I wanted to do this week, I wanted to look at the Ginjiro bug, where he was considered to be huge. General menu cleanup, just for the first release, see if I can fix the radar direction, and then some music on sound effects. Now where I'll start is actually with the music. One of the nice things with the menu component that I bought, it already does have splash screen support, which is nice. So I just did a basic one, because I actually want the music to play during that as well. So, well, I'll launch it, and then I'll see. Yeah, let's go. Not sure how loud it'll be, but I did do the settings a bit low. So you can see the menu has also been updated. I've removed the 2 extra settings that I don't want. So this took a bit of doing, getting the volumes to work. I'm using a custom component to play the music, but this menu component uses its own set of channels and stuff, mixers for the audio. So I had to do a bit of jumping through hoops to connect the two, but it's working fine now, as you can hear there. Now, in terms of music, what I've done is I've added music for the menu, then for the character select as well. And what's nice about the custom component I'm using to play the music is you can set intensities on the music. So I've actually set the intensity to increase as you approach the arena, and if you run back it just decreases the intensity again. And then it switches over to a song track while you're in the arena. So I'll just showcase that a bit, put it a bit louder, and then go through that. So yeah, and then there's obviously a track to play when you died as well. So yeah, music is pretty much handled off. I did not do any sound effects, but that would come next. Now in terms of the other items, so the menu cleanup I showed, the radar direction, I ported it to C++ just so it's easier for me to do the maths around it. As nice as Blueprints is, when you start doing maths and operations, it can get a bit unwieldy. So I ported it to C++. I managed to fix the direction, but what I've also done is it was displaying in a circle closely around the player. I've slightly widened that circle, made it much bigger, and it'll also only come up now if the enemy is off screen or like at the edge of the screen. So I'll show that, and at the same time play with Ginjiro to show you that I've basically rebuilt him from the ground up, and he's working as expected now. Just going to drop the audio a bit. Right, so there's the indicator. I've updated the blip to look a bit different, and it's pointing in the correct direction now. And if we look at the enemy, it's right up to. So that is fixed. And there's the radar popping up again. So we've got 2 enemies there. So yeah, that's everything achieved except sound effects. So what I want to do this coming week, I actually will be submitting this build for Playtopia consideration. Even though the combat AI is not 100%, they basically just want an idea of the game. And then I'm going to actually start looking at sprite polishing, the edge lighting and emissive textures around them, so they respond to light nicely. And then I'll start looking at some playability. So Guren's super doesn't currently work. It does not consume his super meter, and he doesn't do extra damage, which I need to do. And then I also want to implement Ryuji's super, which is going to be slow down time. And then something else that I need to do is, if you are outside of the arena, the super meter should not be depleting if you use the super, just so the player can figure out how it works. So I guess that's everything I want to do for this week. Yeah, see you next week.